Hi, it's been a while since I posted a video, but I got a new camera and I finally got a ring light. So now I can film videos at night and I won't have to bitch about lighting. So the next video I have been wanting to do for a while, but lack of time and lack of lighting has always held me back, is my final Accutane video. I stopped Accutane in December and it's been what, like 3 months since then, so I'm pretty sure it's completely out of my system, but I wanted to keep going with like the skincare I was doing and see what worked for after Accutane. I also haven't been seen by my dermatologist since I stopped because life kind of got in the way and it's just difficult to get an appointment with them, but I haven't had any bad reactions that made me need to go to them. So this video is just all about my experiences since I've been off Accutane and what I use for my skin. When I started Accutane, I had horrible skin. I have videos of what my skin looked like before the process and during the process, and I'll link that playlist. My final dose of Accutane was 60 milligrams and I was on Accutane for 6 months. I started at 20, went up to 40, and then I ended everything at 60, and I'm extremely happy with the results that it left me. But now that Accutane is done with, it's up to us to maintain the skin that we were given. So I'm going to zoom you in and we can look at how my skin looks now that I'm off Accutane. Okay, this is my skin without any makeup on. As you can see, I have acne scars, but literally, I don't know if you can see, there's like no texture whatsoever, except for maybe around here, but I think that's from like a highlighter I was using. After getting off Accutane, I'm not as dry anymore. I don't have lips that peel like crazy. My lips are still kind of dry, but I use a lip scrub and I use like a chapstick after I do the lip scrub, and then my lips will be fine. I'm not peeling anywhere on my face. I don't feel like I'm sensitive to anything. My skin just feels nice and hydrated and normal, I guess you could say. I don't know about anyone else, but I fully believe that my skincare routine is the reason that I have really nice, hydrated, and moisturized skin after Accutane. I don't have any redness like I used to before. At least I think I don't. I think the only time I get like redness is if I'm doing something or like touching my face and stuff like that. But other than that, I don't have that like weird mask of redness like I used to when I was on Accutane. Oh, my hair is not dry anymore, which is like good and bad. Before it was like, oh my god, you need the oils and stuff. But I enjoyed having the dry hair because I didn't have to wash my hair so much. The dandruff had gone away when I was on Accutane, but it like came in the beginning. Now, I don't know, it's like my scalp is dry again and I'm getting dandruff. So I just use the dandruff shampoo from Neutrogena, the charcoal one, I believe, and that controls it. My hair gets greasy like every other day, so I have to wash my hair every 2 days instead of like every 3 days. My hair is actually softer and silkier now, so it's just like, okay, the oils came back and at least my actual hair is nice. So I have the scars. I'm trying to get rid of scarring, but I'm just like afraid to use tretinoin or any kind of cream or chemical to get rid of the scars. But once I go to my dermatologist again, I'll ask about that. A skin change that I've had since being on Accutane is not really in my face. It is on my arms. Now on my arms, I don't know if anyone has heard of keratosis pilaris. I used to have that when I was in middle school, and it's like, I guess people call it chicken skin. They were these little bumps on the back of my arms, but that went away when I got a little bit older. And now I have like that kind of, but more so they're bumps all over like my forearms and like the other side of my, what is that, your bicep? I don't know. Like here instead of the back of my arms, it's mostly just bumps all over my arms, and they don't come to like a whitehead like the keratosis pilaris did. It's just like under the skin bumps, and I noticed they get worse like if I'm wearing irritating clothing or if I have bug spray or something that irritates them. Like if I put on perfume, I notice it, but after I moisturize and stuff, they look calmer and they do get like irritated, but they just never go away no matter like what I put on them. And I don't know what they are, but I've looked up this side effect and a lot of people say it's happened to them. They just don't know how to get rid of it. So that's one thing that sucks, is like I have these bumps all over. You can't see them, but like you can feel them, and it sucks. Also, I get irritated when I shave, so like my armpits get very itchy and irritated. My legs kind of like bleed, I want to say, or at least get like ingrown hairs and stuff after shaving. Those are the side effects that came after Accutane. I didn't have them while I was on it, but it's really fucking annoying. Now, a major side effect that I had while I was on Accutane, which was probably the worst thing that happened while I was on it, was the pain in my butt cheek and then like the pain in my joints. Now that I'm off Accutane and it's been a few months, I don't have that butt cheek pain anymore. I think I've had it like maybe twice since, like randomly, but it's nowhere near what I had before, where it was like every day. Once I've been up for a few hours, I get it. I don't have that. And I don't have the joint pain anymore. Like I can lift weights and stuff like that and not be in pain. So that is great. And now I want to talk about what I use on my skin now that I'm off Accutane. I did a video on the products that I use on Accutane, and I'm pretty sure I use all the same products, maybe a few added or taken out. So the very first thing I do is take my eye makeup off with a cotton pad and the Neutrogena oil-free eye makeup remover. I just put it on the cotton pad, let it soak a little bit, wipe it away, and then rinse it. That's very first. And then I go in with the Pond's Cold Cream Cleanser. Just get a little bit, rub it, massage it all into my skin until the makeup just starts melting. Then I take a damp cloth, just gently wipe it away. And then I put warm water, not hot water, not cold water, to kind of like melt the sebum in my pores, which is what an esthetician, I believe her name is LA Beautyologist on Twitter. This is probably the best product I've ever added to my skincare routine, and it has changed my life. I will probably, hopefully, never stop using this product, and I recommend it to anyone and everyone with sensitive skin. Plus, it's only like $5. So the next thing I do after I've washed my face, I leave the water on my face. Not to where it's like drenched, but I leave a little bit because I heard products can penetrate better with wet skin. So then I chemically exfoliate with these Stridex pads. They have to be the alcohol-free ones. These have salicylic acid, and that is used for acne, but also its main purpose is to, what is it? It's an AHA or a BHA acid. I don't know which one it is out of those two, but it chemically exfoliates. And if you know anything about skincare, you know you do not want to physically exfoliate because it can be harmful to your skin. It could be too abrasive. Don't ever use St. Ives apricot scrub on your face. I heard you could use it on your feet, but I don't know. Just don't ever use it. This helps the texture of your skin. I use this every single night, except for, I'll talk about something else later. And it helps keep the blackheads away. I heard that if you chemically exfoliate and use stuff like salicylic acid on your nose and wherever you get blackheads, that it can keep them away. So I use these, just one pad, swipe it all over, and then I let the liquid from that dry. I do that every night except for Thursday nights. Thursday nights are when I switch up and I use the Ordinary AHA BHA peeling solution. This is like an at-home chemical peel. It says for professional use. I do this now that my skin is used to it once a week for 10 minutes, and then you just rinse it off, and it makes your skin feel so slippery and smooth. It's better than a baby's face, better than a baby's butt. This is amazing, but be careful with it. So this is once a week. I don't use it on the day that I use the Stridex pads. So after I chemically exfoliate, I will add a little bit of water to my skin because I always think of Dr. Dre, the dermatologist here on YouTube, who talks about transepidermal water loss, whatever that means. I don't know, she said you want to use stuff that keeps the water in. So I was using this serum by The Ordinary called Buffet. It's a peptide serum. I enjoyed it. It kept my face super hydrated, but I ran out of it. So I needed to purchase another, and I wanted to try out a different serum when I purchased another. So I bought The Ordinary hyaluronic acid and B5. So far, I love it. I think it hydrates my skin just as well as the Buffet serum, but this leaves that tacky feeling because I feel like it has more glycerin in it. And I enjoy the tacky feeling because I use this in the morning as well before I do my makeup, and it helps my makeup stick. You know, a lot of primers have glycerin in them to hold the makeup on, so skincare, I would rather use it over just like makeup products, and I enjoy this a lot. I'll be repurchasing this and the Buffet and just switching out, maybe using both at the same time. I don't know. You think you moisturize your skin, and when people tell you you need to hydrate your skin, you're like, yeah, I know, drinking water, moisturizing. No, hydrating is a serum like this with glycerin or whatever else can be used to hydrate. Hyaluronic acid, I believe, and it pulls moisture from the air, I believe, into your skin. I believe, allegedly. I'm not a professional, but this is what I've gathered and this is why I use them. So after I've hydrated, I moisturize with the CeraVe Daily Moisturizing Lotion. Very lightweight, simple. After I've moisturized, I will go in with an oil at night to just lock everything in. The oil I use is the ordinary 100% organic cold press rosehip seed oil. Not much to say about this except for I absolutely love how, not oily, but just like moisturized it makes my skin feel. It definitely feels like, okay, good, that's the last step, everything's locked in, and I wake up in the morning feeling so moisturized, and everything is just, I just like love touching my face. It's just so plump and almost tacky feeling and hydrated. Like you can feel it, and there's like absolutely no dry spots, nothing. Like my face is way softer than any other skin on my body. But I ran out of this and I haven't repurchased it yet. And I wanted to use up this Bahi, well, it's not Bahi anymore, Sunflower Sweet Serum. It's not actually a serum, it's more of an oil. I don't know what it has in it. I totally forgot, but it's from Ayel & Co. They used to be Bahi Cosmetics, and I really like it. I think it's a little bit overpriced, but I want to get my money's worth and use it all. So I'm using this instead of the rosehip seed oil until I repurchase that. And the last and final thing I have, I don't use this at night because it's pointless to use at night from what I've gathered, is the Neutrogena SPF. It's Clear Face Breakout Free Liquid Lotion, Broad Spectrum SPF 30. I know I should be using SPF 50, but they didn't have it at my Target and I just needed something. So when I run out, I'll get the SPF 50. But I was looking at the SPF that some estheticians and dermatologists were recommending, and I saw that they had denatured alcohol. And I don't know why they're recommending stuff with denatured alcohol. Maybe it just doesn't affect everyone, but it dries my skin out and will make me break out like overnight. So I don't use those. Then I saw this right next to the products that I was recommended, and I saw that it didn't have denatured alcohol. So I was like, it says Clear Face, Breakout Free, doesn't have denatured alcohol, let's try it. Tried it, I'm obsessed. Doesn't leave a greasy feeling. It almost like after I do my skincare and I feel like my skin is kind of red just because I've been like rubbing on it, it almost kind of like neutralizes that redness. It works well with my makeup. Sometimes I'll just like mix my foundation with it if I need to cut my foundation, like Samantha Ravindala says. Everything wears beautifully on top of it. Everything wears beautifully on top of like all this skincare. One thing that I'm afraid to do now that I'm off Accutane is get my eyebrows waxed or my mustache waxed, because I heard that you're sensitive to waxing. So I haven't tried it, but I just plucked my own brows, and I was shaving my mustache with like the little razors that they have, like the makeup, the eyebrow ones. But like I said, I randomly got sensitive to shaving, so like I'll get like little razor bumps if I shave it. So I don't know, that's like one thing that's really annoying. So sometimes I have like a gnarly mustache and I don't know what to do about it. So if you have any suggestions on what I should be doing after Accutane for any of these issues, please let me know. If this helped you, please let me know. If you want to know anything else, if I left anything out, please let me know as well. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already. You don't have to, but it would help me out a lot. Thank you, and enjoy your day. One quick thing. I feel like this is something that people are asked about all the time on Accutane, and I totally forgot to mention it. A question people get asked a lot is probably, would you do it again? Do you recommend Accutane? And I cannot say that I recommend it to people because I don't know your health conditions. I don't know what kind of insurance you have. I don't know your situation. But for me, I would personally do it all over again if I had to. Not saying I want to have to do that, so let's just hope my skin stays clear forever. But looking back now, I'm so glad that I did Accutane. It wasn't as hard to endure as people were making out to be. Like, I didn't have nosebleeds, I didn't have all these crazy suicidal thoughts. Honestly, it's made my life a lot easier because I don't have to stress about, oh my god, are my pimples popping out in this photo? I can literally just like have makeup on, take selfies, and boom, like upload it because my skin looks fucking amazing. Now I use NARS Sheer Glow foundation, and I even get to sheer it out on top of that because my skin looks so fucking good. Like, I'm sorry, like, I do not regret going on Accutane. If you're in my situation, talk to a professional and figure out if it's right for you, because it was definitely right for me. I'm obsessed with the results, but I fully believe in skincare, and I don't think that you should just get on Accutane to like deal with your acne and then be done. I feel like you're given this blank canvas and now you have to do the work to maintain the pretty, perfect canvas. I'm not gonna say my confidence is greater now that I'm off Accutane and I have clear skin, because I've always, not always, but in my adult life, I've always been a really confident person. Some would say too confident, conceited, arrogant. But that's just not the case. I used to break out on my period all the time. Now I don't even get one breakout, and my skin just stays beautiful as always. One thing that's changed since I've been on Accutane, or since I got off Accutane, is I get compliments on my skin a lot when I'm just wearing light coverage makeup and stuff like that, and that's a good feeling. You can feel amazing about yourself and have amazing self-esteem, but it just feels nice to have others see you the way you see yourself. So yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.